Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome along to tonight's cash match between Conor Billett and Wayne Passmore. This will be a race to 15, Blackball Rules. Wayne won the leg. Unfortunately, you just got me on comms tonight, so I'm going to have to put up with me rabbiting on. If anybody is watching, can you let me know if you can hear me all right, or if I need to turn the volume up a little bit? So, Conor starts the first frame, choosing yellows. For anybody that is tuning in that isn't from the North Devon area, both Conor and Wayne play for the same team in Barnstable Pool League. Pocket of Doom, get on. In Conor's own words, that'll be a fluke. Because that pocket on this table really is the Pocket of Doom. Really needs to get that cue ball away from the bottom because it's a very messy table for him at the moment. Gonna play a little safety shot here. Ooh. That was very close to being nearly very good. Yeah, so as I say, they both play for the same team in Barnstable, Barnstable Pool League. So not only are they playing for the £200 prize money, they're playing for bragging rights within their team, of which I'm sure the winner will gloat for as long as he can. I know I would. I got a feeling this could be a very close match. Two different styles of play. Conor tends to be more attacking than Wayne. Wayne's usual style in these sort of games, where it's a long race, he will first 2 or 3 frames, 2, 3, 4 frames, he'll play normal. He'll kind of go for everything if it's on. He'll see how he's getting on. If it's flowing, if it's working, he'll carry on. If it's not, he's very good at switching to very cagey and safety orientated frames. He seems to be doing quite well at the moment now. Seems to be flowing quite well. Conor is, I would say, slightly more attacking, but he is very good at working out the table, working out his route, and he will go safe if he needs to. Obviously, with money on the line, they've both put up £100 each, so at the moment, 100 quid is nothing to be sniffed at to lose. But I think more than anything, besides the £200, it is going to be bragging rights within the team. We are playing Blackball Rules tonight. Both of them do know how to play international. I do know Conor really prefers the international. I think Wayne's leading that way as well. Oh, hello. Yeah. See what he was trying to do, but unfortunately he found the pocket. So yeah, if this was international rules, Conor would be coming down that one down the rail. Both of them have played in Barnstable Pool League for many years now. Wayne more than Conor, as he is slightly older. But both very good players. They've always been there or thereabouts. They win more than they lose usually. What I will say is with Conor, for a little bit of insight, me and Conor do practice regularly together. So I know his game more than I do Wayne's. But especially the last 18, 24 months, Conor's game has improved immensely. And he's certainly become a very tough opponent to beat. That's not to say it's sort of like be derogatory to Wayne, because Wayne is always a tough opponent whenever you play Wayne. Like I say, he's very good at switching up games. Lovely bit of run inside there from Conor. But I've preferred it a little bit more towards the cushion and not so close. Now it's all going to depend on if that black passes yellow into the right middle. You certainly won't want to leave Wayne a double if he goes safe. It looks like he's attacking it though. That's going to be a nice little nudge. I think the right way to go here is to go long up to the top right pocket as we're looking at it. Because he doesn't have to do anything for the cue ball then. If he does cut it in the middle, he'll be tracking towards the left-hand side cushion at the top. Yeah, he's going long. Yeah, that's in. And that should be 1-0 to Conor. If you are tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Get involved in the chat. Let me know where you're from, where you're watching from. And if you're not from the area, ask any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. What I will say for those that are watching that aren't in the area, obviously these are two very good players. But what I would say is don't expect to see break dish after break dish. They are local league players. But it should still be a reasonably high standard. Hello, Steve. Nice for you to join us, mate. You had a good day? Bit of a tricky table, this one. That red that's by the black spot on its own really only has the right middle to go in. So yeah, they're both choosing to attack yellows. But with Wayne choosing that yellow to pot, that red now goes into the bottom right. Steve, can you do me a favour and let me know what the volume's like coming across your end on the comms? Yeah, not a bad little shot there from Wayne, but he's lost the white ball a little bit. He's now got to go top right. Can't see anything over on the left hand side of the table. The only trouble with that shot, he's going to leave Conor in. Although he has covered the pocket enough for the one up the rail on the right hand side. Thanks, Steve. Cheers, Rob. So Conor's either going to go for a reverse double here, get that one on the rail off. Yeah, I was thinking that, or he was going to attack try and get onto the one by the red on the black spot. That looks good. Yeah, he's still got a shot, so. If he's got enough to stun across the top of that red by the black spot. He wants that to stop. Oh. Right, from my vantage point, which is the same as yours, I would say he's come maybe just slightly too far, but might be able to swing it in with a tiny bit aside. Oh, he's absolutely fine. A little bit short on that one. Could have done for at least another 2 rolls, maybe 3 or 4 would have been better. So you're going to have to do a little gentle screw shot here to stay high on the bottom red. That's a little bit too far. I think this is going to be a brave double now. If he gets it, he should be in and be able to put the black in the left middle. If he does miss it though, he's going to leave Wayne a very good chance. Big shot, this one. Jawed, yeah. Ooh, How's that come in front of the yellow? Wayne's had a very quick look and walked straight off of it, so I'm assuming it still goes there. If not, it plants it. It is a good ball for a plant on the top right. Yeah, that's fine. Will you go for a little drop into the left middle? I think if it was dead straight, I think he'd be alright, but... yeah, he's played that lovely. Now we'll see if the yellow goes into the middle bag. He'll either just drop this in or he'll come high. So needs that to run. Lovely. Just wants to be careful that he leaves the first yellow over the pocket. And he doesn't stick it on the rail. Or cushion, sorry. Yeah, I think that's what he was worried about, and that's why he's missed it. I think Conor might just roll this in and leave this for the left middle. Yeah, I'm afraid I'm on my own tonight, mate. Oh no, he's come up for a right middle. A little bit more, would be nice. There we go, 2-0. Just to let you know, the players will be having a comfort break every 7th frame. Thanks, mate. Need all the help I can get. In more ways than one before anybody says anything. I think we'll see Wayne still keep on playing a bit attacking at the moment. I think if he sort of like goes 4-0, 5-0 down, then I think he'll probably change his game a little bit to be a bit more tactical and stop Conor having too many chances. If he can get a couple on the board, so we're leaving at the comfort break, sort of like 4-3 either way, I think he'll keep on going the way he's going at the moment. There's an argument for both here. I think possibly reds, maybe. That red again down near the black spot really only goes into the bottom right. So we'll be looking to clear that one as quick as possible if he goes reds. He'll probably attack it now, to be fair. Yeah, no, I'm not in the Barnstable Cash League. I'm too busy running the Braunton Cash League, mate. Not even in that one either. It's enough just running it. Yeah, no, I think if he went like 3-4-0 down, he might change his game then. It's a longer race on this one, so he'll give it a couple more frames at least. before he even thinks about changing his game. Like I say, it's not like he's played bad at the moment either. He's just had a couple close calls that have rattled and let Conor in. But so far, both of them are potting quite well. Right, now has he got a bit of an angle on the one over the right middle to come across for the red by the eight ball spot and pot it in the bottom right. If he can do that, it should be relatively simple clearance from here on. Just got to mind his position here. No, he's going to stay with the two at the top then. Yeah, it is a bit of a job to run a cash league. Fortunately, with my cash league down in Braunton, we do have a break in the summer, so any games that need catching up, they can. Gives me a chance to catch up on any admin that I need to catch up on. And we only have one cash league throughout the whole year, so usually starts in February with finals day in November. Awkward queue in here for Conor. Yeah. Awkward queuing, I think in his head as well, was a pocket of doom. So hence why he missed it by quite a wide margin. But the only real shot he's left Wayne is the yellow into the right middle. But if Wayne comes down the bottom of the table, the middle of these three yellows, he's not going to leave Conor anything if he misses. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I think the left-hand red at the top, Conor can see it. I think it might be too thin to pot. No, it was... If anything, he probably overcut that. Just managed to get that one. If he does go for that yellow he's looking at, he'll be looking at the skill shot, but I think we possibly might see Wayne plays for a safety. Bounce this one out and try and come up, yeah, trying to come in beyond the yellow. Obviously Conor's going to go for the one over the pocket. He's going to try and stun across a little bit to have the other red into the right middle. Just got to be careful with the cue ball and how far it runs now. Yeah, that's a good shape. Coming off the cushion first. Would I like the cue ball off the cushion, off the top cushion? Because he needs to have a little jabby stun shot here. Or has he got enough angle to just to roll it in and leave him on it? Looks like he had enough angle to run into the red then. Yeah. And there we go, 3-0. Oh, dry break, but it has gone a bit messy as well. Again, I think reds are probably the option here, but the first ball he's got, he's going to have to go yellows. Yeah, that's unlucky. And with that shot, in one shot, he's now yellows in the lead. Yeah, it's early days, yeah. The couple that he has missed when potting, he hasn't missed by much. I do think he'll probably start switching his game up in a minute. But a race to 15, so best of 29. It's a long match. In my experience, matches tend to be broken up into 3 stages. The first stage, someone always ends up in front. Second, third, the person who's behind you tends to catch up. And then the final third of the match is who can ever kick on and finish the match off. You alright, Darrow? How's everything going down there? How's Dad? Is he leaving the nurses alone? Oh, my score prediction. I have to say, I think it will be close towards the end. I'm going to go 15-12. And on what I've seen so far, I think it'll be 15-12 to Conor. But like I say, a best of 29. That's a nice little shot from Wayne. It's very hard to keep up your level of concentration for that many frames. And yeah, I mean, 15-11, 15-12, that's 26, 27 frames. So that's going to be 3.5 hours, I reckon. So yeah, to keep up your concentration for that amount of time is very difficult. So yeah, I think there's definitely going to be swings and roundabouts in this match. I don't think even if someone does start running away with it a little bit, I still think the other one will come back and make a match of it. Really? Really, Darrow? Yeah, yeah. I quite often find, for myself anyway, especially if I'm playing reasonably well and I've managed to build up a 2-3 frame lead, if I then go out for a break, when I come back I have lost me momentum a little bit. And I do tend to make a few more mistakes, let my opponent come back at me. Not ideal, obviously. That's a lovely little shot there, Wayne. To be fair, I don't think he wanted it to go in. Now, I think he'll roll this red to try and get in between the two yellows, but I don't think that's going to really do him a lot of favours. So he'll nudge the top yellow down a little bit, so it'll probably leave Conor still on the plant. It's very hard to get safe from here, the way the table's laid out. Yeah, it could be. I find it very difficult for Wayne to find a good safety from here, and wherever he leaves Conor, he's probably going to leave Conor a shot. That's not too bad, but because he's blocked the plan, but if Conor can get through to the bottom one, he's naturally going to knock the other one out anyway. Whether he actually even goes for it down there yet, I don't know. He might just leave distance and put the cue ball up the top to force Wayne into trying to pot it. He won't be happy with that. Yeah, I think he could have, like I say, played the yellow up the top, keep that an open play, but put the white ball up on the top cushion, leave distance for Wayne to come down for his red. So this is a big shot. So that's very good. Yeah, that's a very good shot, that. Because again, Wayne has got nowhere to hide the white. I think whatever he does here, he's going to leave Conor a shot. Unless he can screw back off of that red and leave the white right underneath the yellow that's over the bottom left-hand pocket. But if he leaves a cue ball anywhere else on the table, I think he's going to leave Conor a shot. So he's looking at a plant here. That is extremely tough. Oh, Chris Mellon shot. No. Oh, how do you find that gap? Wow. Well, that should be 4 now. I'm trying to help you, Wayne. I'm trying to put a commentator's curse on Conor for you. Yeah, move the red away from black. Put it on bottom cushion. Yeah, that's fine. right middle, top right, left middle, black. And I would say probably, providing he's leaving himself straight on the... Okay, he's going the other way. Right, left middle. I mean, he could take these anyway. I was going to say, if he left the left middle straight as his last ball, he would have gone bottom right for the black, but... Little simple stun shot. And again, another little simple stun shot, bottom left for the back, black. And 4-0. He's on slow up. I think it's thin enough that the white will go straight into the red by the middle bag. So you shouldn't have any fear of going in off in the middle here. I can tell you now, he'll be kicking himself. He'll be not happy with himself. But I'd still bet on him to get it, yeah. There we go, 4-0. Depending on how the break goes, I mean, obviously, if they're all there and it's open, I think Wayne will go for it, but if it's a bit of a messy break and he's still in control of the table, this is where we might see Wayne starting to change his game. Literally, it's all on the break. And how that turns out. But as we all know, the break is kind of the most important shot on any frame now. Because it either leaves you in control of the table or it doesn't. Yes, I would love to have an overhead camera. Unfortunately, the logistics of it means I would need to have a new light installed before I could even put an overhead in. We need one of the ring lights. And unfortunately, they're not cheap. I think they're about 300-400 quid. And then obviously I've got to have a mount put into the ceiling. So yes, I have thought about it. When I win the lottery. Yeah, it is. It's like I say, you need to change the lighting for a start. You can't have a standard light in the middle of the overhead, but in the middle of the table. You've got to have a ring light. And the new LED ring lights are right. They're actually very good, but like I say, they're very expensive. Like I say, they're about 300-400 quid. But it's not just having that light. You also need the height, because obviously, when you put the camera above the table, you need to be far away enough that the camera can see the whole table. So yeah, it's not just having the ring light, you've got to have the height above the table. And in some places that would be nigh on impossible to do because the roof's too low. I think we could probably get away with it here. But like I say, it's for me to actually have it all installed because then obviously you've got to have the cable input in, and that's a long run on the cable. You both need a power supply, and you need to run a very, very long HDMI cable. So, I mean, to put it all in, you're probably looking best part of 500-600 quid, just so you can have a top down. So while it is something I'd like to do, it's not on the list of priorities to get done. Yeah, exactly. And even if I wanted to, I didn't go with the top-down view. I went for a camera at the other end of the table. So if they're playing something down the bottom, I could switch basically a 180 view. The way the room is and the amount of room I've got, well, you can see. So from the top of the table to the wall where the fire extinguisher isn't a massive amount. So the camera that I've got set up now is probably a good 6 to 8 feet away from the table. Whereas to put a camera at the other end, I haven't. I mean, I'm probably 3, maybe 4 foot. So again, it's not just about putting the camera where you want to put the camera. You got to think about all the distance and everything. It's Connor's break.
Drink when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. 2 secs. I'll be back. I've got to go run the bar. They want a drink. I'll be back. Right, I'm back. I'm doing everything tonight. Streaming, commentating, barman. Yeah, so as I was saying, going back to the cameras and that, it's not just a simple case of going, I'll put a camera up there. You got to think about your distance, how much view you get in from the camera. Like I say, for every camera that you would put in, you need a power point for it. You need to run the HDMI cable. So if I was to put a camera in at the other end, if I had the space to do it, you're probably looking 30 to 50 meter run on the HDMI cable. That then inherently then introduces some lag from what the camera sees to then sending it to the computer and then sending it out to YouTube. we're not talking a huge amount of time, but it's enough time to throw things off a little bit. So yeah, there's a lot to think about, as well as going, oh, I'll put a camera there. So yeah, and also as well, you got to think about the expense, because I mean, I'm not using massively advanced cameras. The camera I'm using now is a Sony ZV-E10 with a bog standard kit lens on it, and they're at the cheaper end of the DSLR cameras, but they're, I mean, just to buy one of them, you're looking at 600 quid, maybe even more now with the way things are going and everything's going up in price. So yeah, you're looking at 600 quid for the camera. So if I was to put a top-down one, I'm looking at 600 quid for a camera, 300 to 400 quid for the light, probably 50 to 100 quid's worth of cabling. So yeah, just to put a top-down view, I'm looking at over £1,000. So yeah, a lot of money. Thank you for that. Yeah, the ZV-E10 is it's a lovely little camera. So, like I say, even though it's down the bottom end of DSLR cameras, I mean, you can spend thousands on them. And a lot of the top streamers, I mean, their cameras are ridiculous amounts. And that, I mean, I'm talking thousands and thousands of pounds worth. But the ZV-E10, it's a lovely little camera, I found. And like I say, in the grand scheme of DSLR cameras, it's reasonably cheap. But it's a 4K camera. So what happens is the ZV-E10 sends a 4K signal through to my computer. My computer then sends that signal out to YouTube, but it sends it out at 1080p. And then YouTube does all its compression and everything else. So you do lose a bit of quality along the way, but because I'm already starting at a higher quality than what you would at your end see, it actually looks better than if it was a straight 1080p camera. When I first started, and I've still got them, I've got two Sony A6000s, and they only go out at 1080p. If I was to put that camera on the stream, you would notice a massive difference. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's but between the two cameras, and the Sony A600 was kind of a vlogger's standard camera back in the day. The ZV-E10 blows that out of the water now. So yeah. So you got me on my favourite subject, talking about tech. Besides Paul. Right, is Conor looking at the plant here, or does that red go in by itself already, or has he got to play the plant? Yeah, tough shot that, with the red on the cushion. He won't be too unhappy with that, because obviously he blocks the bottom right pocket for rings yellow on the right hand side, and the black and the yellow where they are, they stop a double. So either Wayne's got to try and move it, or he's got to go underneath it and play it at the top right, which again, that's a tough shot. I can see Wayne now playing the yellow that's on top of the black, bouncing it off a cushion so it's still in open play, but leave the white. right on top of the black, so he'd snooker Conor. Has he decided to go for it here? I don't know what he's doing here. I think the way the ball's situated at the moment, even from this one, he's got a bit of an angle, but I think the way the balls are laying, he'll probably hit a red before he hits the yellow on the right hand side. Oh no. Oh, that's gone really nasty. So he snookered himself now. Which, in the grand scheme of things, is probably not the worst, because all he has to do is touch that yellow on top of the black, and he should leave Conor snookered, although it should be a relatively simple one cushion escape for Conor. But then it's how the cue ball comes out and what you're left with after that. So, legs in this frame yet? All depends how this shot goes. Obviously, if he hits the yellow but then leaves Conor an open table where he's got a shot on the reds, I think it'll probably be curtains. Ooh. Now. Well, Conor's gone tap the table, so he said that's a good shot. Certainly hasn't left the 3-ball plan, I don't think. I think Conor would have to swerve this, but so now he's just going to come flick off the side of this red and try and get underneath the middle red. No, that'll do. Again, the yellow on the right hand side doesn't double. I think Wayne needs to try come off the left hand side of that yellow on the right hand side of the table, and then the cue ball come off the side cushion, top cushion, and be over the left hand side of the table where the yellow and the black could cover the 3 reds. And again, that is a difficult shot in itself, but he also wants the yellow that he's moving to be in a place where Conor not able to do anything, it's in a potable position. The only other upside he's got at the moment, Wayne, is that the black is welded to his yellow. Not sure if it goes into the right middle, but Conor has got more than enough opportunity to break it out. He might even have a go at that now. So this red that's near the black spot, played it off the bottom cushion into the black and the yellow, and then white ball to come underneath the middle of the 3 reds. Not sure if that's what he tried. Now, if Wayne can plumb this top right and he's got a bit of an angle that he could get into the black and the yellow, which I do think he has. Doesn't want to go into him too much. He obviously needs to leave himself a shot afterwards, but if he goes into him, splits him, and he can see the yellow after, I think he'd be all right. But again, big, tough shot, because not only are you thinking about the pot, you're thinking about, has he got enough on this yellow that you can put it into the middle bag? You can definitely see it. And I think possibly he's left himself a natural angle to put it in the middle. But again, he's got to come around the table. Oh no. I would imagine in his head he's going to be hitting the red and not going straight in off. I mean, we would all play it differently. I mean, I'd going for that the way that you did. I would have put bottom on the cue ball to try and swing it over to the left hand side, and then off the top cushion down the right hand side. But this should be an easy mop up for Conor now. Got to admit, I didn't think it'd be 6-0. No, it's not at the moment. But like I say, there are plenty of time yet. I wouldn't be getting overly worried. I'd obviously want to start getting some frames on the board, but I wouldn't be overly worried because there's still a long way to go in this match. I mean, obviously, Conor's going to be absolutely delighted to be 6-0 up. This could quite easily, I think, be 3-all, 4-2. Wayne certainly had a couple of chances. Unfortunately, the rolls haven't gone his way. Hello, 4. It's not. It's 6. That's better. So after this frame, we will be going for a slight comfort break. So comfort break, refreshment break. Won't be massively long, 5 minutes. We put it on the floor before, Wayne. There's some hooks on the side of the table to keep the smart rack in. I'll tell him off in the break. That is a horrible split. He did rack them quite quickly, so the only thing I can imagine is they weren't an absolutely tight rack. Wow. I mean, he split them, but I mean, again, they still won't come out great. Mind you, if you can put this one in the bottom right, there's a natural angle to split everything now. How's it coming out? Getting there. It's getting more open. Could have done without that red coming back into the middle of the table. Looking to see if it goes past the yellow into the bottom right. If it does, he'll use check side off this to play this red into the bottom left and come off side cushion with check side. He's tried to get into it and he's done it. Well done. Good little shot that. It's one thing I can't play at the moment. Is side like that. The amount of side he can get on the cue ball is ridiculous. I'd love to be able to do it. Wow. He'd done all the hard work then. Again, he's going to be fuming with himself over that. And I think that miss there is now turned this frame into a bit of a long frame. the two yellows together, if the one on the right hand side passes the red into the bottom right, he might be alright. If not, I think he might just try and claim the pocket. Nope. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Not where Wayne's concerned. Yeah, the breaks haven't come out lovely tonight. Bit of a safety shot here. Yeah. Let's run on a little bit further than you'd like. He's left Conor the red smack bang in the middle of the table to the top right. Not sure for Wayne if the yellow near the right middle pocket would come down to the bottom right but off of Conor's red. If he could play that yellow into the red ball and put it in the bottom right hand side, he would be okay. Not sure if Conor's looking to do something similar with one of his red. No, he's screwing back off this one. So can he get into this to split the red and the yellow off the bottom cushion? If the yellow wasn't near the right hand side of the table, I think he could run off the cushion and into him, but he's not going to have to come down. That's unlucky, he got way too much into that. But if he's left himself enough that he can cut that into the middle, he's got another crack at it. Needs to hit him then. Yeah, it was a tough shot. Now, do we see Wayne go for it, or do we see Wayne start trying tie Conor up? I think he's just going to put that yellow over the bottom right pocket. He doesn't want to pot this, I don't think. I think he's going to try and just claim the pocket. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. To me, there's not a lot of point of potting that yellow, because what's he left himself? Right, Conor's just asked that that's not frozen. So he's just going to bounce this off and not leave Wayne an awful lot. Yeah. I mean, for Wayne to win from here, it'd have to be two incredible pots. I mean, if he managed to pot this one, he's got to get his cue out the way, because it's got to come up towards the other yellow. Yeah, that's not a bad shot. I think Conor will just play the red up top of the table. I think he'll leave the white possibly where the red is, so Wayne hasn't got the bottom left yellow. Wayne really doesn't have a shot. He doesn't have a double anyway. Are you going for it? Are you going top right? Where's he left the red? Well, it's an open play now, so again, I find it very hard for Wayne to play safety here. The only thing I can see is that he bounces the yellow down to the left-hand side of the table, just bounce that 3 inches off the cushion, leave the white on the cushion, doesn't leave Conor apart. Wow. How's that come out? Oh. How's your luck, Wayne? I think it might be turning, because that's throwing the spanner in the works for Conor. So Conor's looking to come off the side cushion, put the red in the bottom, and snap triangle to leave himself on the red into the right middle. Obviously doesn't want to overhit it. Part one, get a pot. Oh, that was perfect as well. Now, Wayne. Does he leave the white at the top of the table now? As long as he doesn't leave Conor a shot on the bottom red. Which I think he possibly has. Yeah. This is a delicate shot for Conor. Yeah, such a hard shot to gauge the pace on that. You'll just bounce this off the side cushion, leave the white on the bottom. As long as it doesn't leave Wayne the straight double. I think the red's come in front of it enough to cover the double. But Wayne could come off the left-hand side of the yellow and leave the white at the top end of the table. That's a cagey little shot. I think he was trying to put that to the right hand side of the black. I mean, can Conor, can he cut this into the left middle? I mean, the white's a bit wild, so he's going to be lucky if he lands perfect on the black. He's missed it. And he was perfect on the black. Now, Wayne, here's the opportunity you wanted. Take him out. So can Wayne go into the break, saving the donut and going? So he goes into the break 6-1 down. Certainly better than 7-0. Yeah. Well done, Wayne. Needed that one. Right, we will be back very, very shortly. See you in the moo. And we're back. So Connor's potted one off the break. Going yellows. I think the cue board jumped a little bit on that one, so hence why you didn't get a lot of separation when he was trying to split the balls. I mean, he's got one to the top left. Slightly awkward cueing, and because of that, his next shot's not going to be easy, so he might just put this in front of the pocket. Nope. Right. Yeah, I'm scratching my head as well, Connor. I mean, wild, he's the yellow that's right underneath the red, possible double, maybe? Trouble is, he moves that, doesn't get it, he's leaving Wayne pretty much a wide open table. I think he's going for it. That's the worst outcome from that shot. So, Wayne, 2 shots. Sorry, 1 free visit. 1 free shot, 1 visit. Don't think he needs to pick the white ball up. He might though, but he doesn't have to. I was going to say, so the red, so the 3 reds that are on the left hand side of the table, the right hand side of that one I'd be taking up to the left hand, top left pocket. No, he's moving the white now. Because just by moving that one, it opens everything else up. So he's going to take the middle one of them now to the bottom left. Now they're all there. So the red over the left middle would have been an ideal last ball for the black, but as it's the only one he can pot from here. That, I mean, he can still pot this one, but it's such a delicate shot. Don't think he can follow through because that possibly could be a class as a push shot. If it's dead straight. If he's got an angle, he might be alright, but so which one is he going for? Cutting down to the right middle, right bottom, sorry. Yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah, that's nice. If that's dead straight or slightly high, which I don't, no, it's not high, but if it's dead straight, you can just a little run through here. Or too much. Would have preferred that right behind it, so it was a dead straight shot. So cutting back into a blind pocket. And for those that play down here, now it's the pocket of doom. Conor's got a chance now. Wow, did not expect him to miss that one. So, easy drop in for Wayne to make it 6-2. And Wayne to break. So it's 2 on the bounce for Wayne. So that's the start of the comeback. Right, Wayne, let's have a better break than you did last time, please. Cut break as usual for Wayne. I mean, he's potted a couple of balls, but again, still horrible split. I think that'll be visit over now. Don't think either of those 2 yellows he can pot into the left middle. Yeah, it's a good boy. Obviously Conor's got one to the right middle. And the red at the top of the pack is the red you can use to split everything. Yeah, that's a good little shot. Probably straighter than he'd like, but so obviously he'll screw back now, whether it's the one in the pack that he's going to be potting or the one over the right middle. That's a nice little shot. I think he's still got the one over the right middle, and if it's slightly off angle he could play it off the cushion with a bit of right hand side for again to leave the one at the top of the pack into the left middle, but he's looking for the cut back here into the bottom left. All depends if this is too thin that you would miss the pack of the red, yellow and the black. Or can you screw into them? Again, relying on a little bit of luck to have a shot afterwards. He's alright, he's got one up to the top left. And the red under the black goes into the bottom right. Still not home and dry yet. Still got to play a couple of good positional shots here. If it goes top left, you're going to need to stun across into the yellow to the right of that red. But in a way that he moves it enough out the way that he's still got the red into the right middle. So like I say, he's still got a bit of work to do. Now, being that the pocket that he's playing into, I think he'd be loath just to roll it in kind of dead weight, so he's guaranteed of just running through a little bit and being on the one to the right middle. I think he'd rather punch this in a little bit. Yeah, it's a good shot. Now, if he's dead straight on this one, he might have to screw back into the black. But again, he's relying on a little bit of luck of how they split. I mean, if he can stun across the top of the black and leave the red to the bottom right-hand side, that'd be ideal. Oh. Whew. His heart would have been pounding for a split second there. Because it did look like he was going to snooker himself for a moment. But again, this is a delicate little shot because he's obviously going to hit the black. He doesn't want to roll it too far that he's not got a shot to pot it. So he's either going to hit this really hard and pray that it bounces out, or he's just going to... He's going to try and screw past it. Yeah, it's a nice little shot, that. Very well controlled. Tougher than it looked. So this black to stop Wayne's little mini comeback. Go 7-2 in front. In it goes. So 7-2 in front and Conor's break. Conor is usually a front ball break. He will occasionally change it up to a cut break if he's not making balls. But I think we'll still see him go for a front ball break. Wayne does like the cut break, but his last two, they've been horrible. So yeah, front ball break, here we go. Nothing down. So Wayne with the first chance. Again, they've gone a little bit messy again. Wayne opting for yellows. some work to do for yellows here. Wanted that to run a little bit. I mean, he still got the pot into the left middle, but very awkward queuing. Got to be mindful of the weight here as well. Yeah, good shot. Right, has he got enough to screw into the bottom red and try and split that little cluster on the left hand side? Or can he swing it up with a bit of side? If not, he's no, he's going for a plant now. Well, I didn't expect that to go underneath it, but as much as it went, he's pushed that one tight onto the cushion. So again, he's still got a lot of work to do. I mean, this is a tough shot in its own right, let alone having to think about position, and he's still got that yellow tied up with 3 red, so that'll do, because it's left Conor with a bit of work. If that yellow wasn't covering the bottom bag, he could have played the one into the left middle. Maybe not now, but once he got a bit of an angle on it and split the other, go into the yellow, that would split all the balls up. But with that yellow over the bottom left bag now, made that harder. So we might see Conor play a safety shot in a minute. Depends how this one turns out. I think he's going for the middle of those 3 reds. Yeah, I think he's going to go safe now. Try and snook away. Yeah, he's got out. I think he wouldn't have minded if he'd left Wayne just the one over the bag. I don't think Wayne's going to go for the one that's over the bottom left. He's got to go for the one that's just to the left of the black. He's gone one, that one. Yeah, that's a good shot. We'll see another safety from Conor in a minute. Yeah, I think he hit that red a bit thick. He was trying to get the white beyond that red on the left hand side again. Yeah, it's a clever little shot from Wayne. I think he would have preferred it to bounce up a bit more. He's certainly in the driving seat in this frame at the moment. trying to put the red right on top of that yellow of the bottom left. Yeah. Be a bit disappointed with that. I don't think Wayne has to do anything at the moment. He doesn't have to go for it. That red that's, yeah. Oh, sorry, the yellow that he's going for now. He just gets that into open play. Yeah, I'd be more inclined to get the yellow up towards the middle of the table. Like I say, into open play, and then he's taken all the pressure off of him now. Then, I mean, it goes into either of the two middle bags, but again, we'll see a snooker attempt here from Conor. I think he's got it. Certainly looks like it from this angle anyway. But easy one cushion escape for Wayne. Especially if you can get that yellow underneath the black and push it up into open play in the middle of the table. Yeah, that's better now. So all the pressure's off Wayne now. Conor gives him a chance. Then it's just got to be careful on his position. But I think we will see Conor go for maybe a double into the... So the red on the left-hand side, double that into the middle bag and stun down and try and play skill shot. Possibly, if he's got enough angle to do it. So clearly not, so he might be going for the skill shot now. Screw across the bottom of the cushion. Yeah, that's what he's trying. I think he might just gently tap this red now. Just bounce it in front of the yellow a little bit more. Needs to leave himself some sort of skill shot opportunity. He's closing the gap of the area that Wayne is going to be able to have to get into to pot that yellow at the bottom. Again, Wayne's just biding his time at the moment. Conor's got to manufacture some sort of skill shot here to have any chance of winning this frame at the moment. Can he double this one and stun down skill shot? No. Even I'm not sure what to do here at the moment. Can he double that one on top of the yellow that Wayne's just played up to the top right? That's not hard enough, I don't think, is it? Yes. Right, we have a proper cat and mouse now. Conor will leave that well alone at the moment. Or can he just get it into the jaw enough and leave the white right up there? So, yeah. He's hoping that Wayne can only see that yellow. If he can hit the one in the middle of the 3 in direct line, then no. Yeah, it's another good shot from Wayne. So now we're back to Conor needing to manufacture a skill shot. That was a great shot. No. Considering I know Conor hates that pocket, so considering that was a very good shot for Conor. But he's not even going to try and pot this. He's going to try and jam the cue ball right in between the red and the jaw. But as soon as this red goes down, he's in a world of trouble. He either needs to keep this red out, or he's got to leather it, pot it, and hope that he can come down and skill shot it. Right, so Wayne's got a good opportunity here. If you can put this one in the middle, he should be okay. Yeah, I get it, Magnus. I got to admit, I feel the same. Also, as well, it's because my safety game in games like this is not great. But yeah, I much prefer having the loss of turn shot. It stops all of that. Oh, that's come out lovely. Yeah, he could have done with a few more rolls, but he's okay. He's got a shot. Yeah, I agree, Stu. I much prefer international. Yeah. There we go. 7-3. Wayne needed that. And he'll be happy he's come away winning that frame. Because it was a slog, that frame. But for those that don't know, with international rules, you've got a loss of turn shot. So where Wayne had his yellow down in the bottom left-hand corner and Conor had his red right on top, in international rules, all Conor had to do was just hit his red, pot Wayne's yellow, and it's just lost the turn. It's not a foul. There's no one free shot, one visit. international rules is it it's designed more to stop the covering of pockets like that because it's not an advantage. So yeah, I'm with you. I much prefer that version. Hello. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Exactly my point, Magnus. That's why these rules are shit.
Wait, still on.
Sugar. They are, aren't they? Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just having a conversation.
Could have played the last time 15 minutes ago.
I'll sort it out. Right, wind rain. Right, finally a better split from Wayne, but nothing down. I think Connor wanted to move that yellow out the way. Yeah, it's not a ras on table, Connor. Never going in if you hit the cushion halfway up. Can you get through that one down the bottom? Because if he can, I have no idea what he's going to do. Wow. Can you see enough of that to take it up to top left? You try taking it over the top. Taking it off the join to the middle. Right. Right, Wayne, you've got a fairly open table. Just that yellow slightly above the black spot is possibly his only issue. Yeah, that's a nice little shot. I think he wanted an angle off of this one to the bottom right to come up. Oh, can he take that one down into the bottom right? Yeah, good shot. Well done. Very deceiving angles from the camera here. So good shot. So they're all there now, Wayne. Just mind your work with the cue ball. So he wants to come over the left hand side of the table here. That's perfect. Not sure about that. I would have run through so I could just screw back off this one on the left hand side to the bottom left. Just screw back about 6-7 inches, leave myself an angle for the one in the bottom right. You're naturally drifting up to the black. So you've got to be careful with the cue ball now. Certainly doesn't want to hit that yellow. Push it onto a cushion like that. Right. One decent positional shot off this one, Connor, and it should be frame over. Gentle screw shot. And that, I think, is absolutely perfect. Nice little angle to just run through, be on perfectly for the one in the right middle. That didn't seem, whether that was a thick contact or what, I don't know, but that died as soon as it hit the red. Yeah, he's unlucky with that one because it was a tough shot, being so close to his work. Similar sort of shot, just slightly more angle now. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, well done. Just from that bad contact, made what should have been a relatively easy finish. A very delicate, tough finish. But he got there, so 8-3 now. Still think there's a lot of life left in this match, yeah. I say, and matches this long, it's hard to keep the concentration up 100% for this duration. You can forgive any player for having... Oh, how did that one go in down there? Yeah, you can forgive any player for losing a bit of his concentration midway through a game. I mean, obviously Conor will want to keep it up and keep the pressure on Wayne. And at 8-3, he's obviously a massive favourite to win the match now, but just because of that lead, he's got to keep his concentration up to maintain the lead. So while he's got a 5-frame buffer, he can't afford to let his concentration go. And honestly, I don't think Wayne's played badly. On the whole, he's been unlucky on a couple, and his cue ball's not been as accurate as he can be. And every time he has given Conor a chance, Conor's punished him. Gonna cut this one back down to the bottom left. I think he tried to take that off the yellow into the bottom left, and it would have freed the bottom left up for the red that is currently covered by the yellow. It's not such a disaster for Conor here, but I think Wayne will try and slide this red underneath the yellow at the bottom cushion and cover the bottom left pocket. He's half got it right. I think Conor will try and do the same now. Slide this yellow on the left hand side down. I think he'd prefer to clip the red, move that out the way. So you might see him put a bit of pace into this one. Or play it more off the cushion and just cut it down. And just like that. Still got that yellow on the middle of the top cushion, but and then black's not quite in open play, but that's a nice little shot. Surely. Wow. Well, if anything, to be fair, that's probably better that it's done that, because that's made that one in the middle of the top cushion even easier now because it's planned. So Wayne's got to manufacture a skill shot here in a minute. Doesn't want that draw. As he forced himself into playing the double here. Trouble is, it's his position after. I mean, with that red dropping like it did, he's not left himself an awful lot at all. Yeah, I can see why he's played that, but I certainly think Conor will go for the clearance now. Yeah, he's certainly in charge of this frame. Is that just snuck by that he can't pot that now, or plant it to the top right? I mean, it goes to the bottom right, might even go to the middle right. So, does he pot one at no? He's just going to bounce this one off the cushion. Again, he's in control of this frame massively, unless Wayne can manufacture the skill shot. Right, Conor, what do you do here? Do you play the plant? You'll play this with a bit of pace, I think. I was going to say you might even try and get the black out there as well. That's not gone great. Certainly can't see the one to the top right. I mean, you could play off the cushion, but with it high in the jaws it is, he's got a very good chance of double kissing it. He's going to put this one over to the top left now. He's looking at maybe 2 in 1, or is he just playing the skill shot on his own ball? Went for the 2 in 1 and didn't get either. Right, Wayne, you. This is probably a chance that you probably didn't think you were going to get, the way the balls were just a minute ago. Still got some work to do, especially where the black is. So right now, Conor will be pleased he didn't move the black. But Wayne has got at least 2 balls there that he can use to do something with the black. I think he could have played that in a way that he could have played that off the yellow and left the top left-hand bag for the black if needed. But yeah. I don't think I'd be playing either of these 2 into the middle now, because you need one of them to do something with the black. So you take one of them away, you leave yourself with one option and one option only. Unless this one has got an angle that you can get the black out. No. Right, so he's got to pop this one over the bottom left. And he needs pinpoint cue ball to pop the one in the left middle and move the black out. That's exactly why I wouldn't have taken either of the two over the middle bag. Wow. Right, so he's trying to screw up the rail to hit the black and pray that where it lands, he's got a shot. Or is he going to try and leave himself a double? Well, he's got a reverse double. I mean, it's not easy. And the white's a bit wild as well, so... Yeah, he didn't get any angle on that at all. Well, Conor's definitely odds-on favourite to win this frame now. I wouldn't blame him for refusing the plant here. It's out in the open enough and close enough to the right middle that it's a simple shot. Just flick off the right hand side of this yellow, nice and thin. Natural angle, I was going to say. I think he hit that thicker than he wanted to. If he hit that really thin, it was definitely going in, and the white would have bounced out more to have it in the right. So, I mean, I think he'll still go for the right middle. If he went long down to the bottom right, he's putting a lot of pressure on himself. I mean, if he puts this in the right middle, he can stun across the face of the black. Or he can come off the bottom cushion and back up again. There's many ways he can do this. That'll do. You can cut this into the left middle now. I know Conor that well, or well enough to know that he won't be happy about this shot, but he's more than capable of playing this. He'll just be more concerned about where the white's going. Yeah. (9-2) Wayne's break. Sorry, 9-3. Can't read me on the scoreboard. This is frame 13. So this one and one more, and we will have another comfort break for the players. Go and get themselves some refreshed, get a drink. Right, Wayne, you need to sort this cut break out. It's not been working for you at the moment. It's a better split, and you've got one, so... Not sure about that. I think I would have preferred reds here. Got 4 surrounds in the black. You got one tied up with a yellow up the top. The 2 yellows that are together, they're awkward. Got a lot of work to do here. I think if you hadn't flicked that bottom yellow, he might have had the top one to the top right, but as it is, he's flicked it, and now he's only got the bottom left. Covering the pocket? Yeah. Yeah, there's no point in potting that one. With him covering that pocket, Connor's certainly not going to go for it at the moment. If anything, it wouldn't surprise me if he plays the safety here. So he'll move one of his reds and try and leave Wayne snookered, maybe. Yeah. I think he's going to be unlucky there. If Wayne was snookered, certainly where the white ball is, I don't think he could have got the one cushion escape for the bottom left, because I think the white ball's welded to the red. I mean, he might even get it, so he might even have the snooker, so he's going to be loading this up with right hand side now. Yeah, tough shot. So, do you just pot this yellow, Connor, or do you pick it up and try and move that red down, or do you try and move that red on the left-hand cushion and stun into the yellow? No, he's going to pick it up. So he's going to play red onto the yellow. Can he get through? Can he get through the gap? Not sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's playing through the gap. He won't be happy with that. It's okay, but he certainly won't be happy with that. He would prefer to have fuller contact and leave the red over the bag itself. Yeah, that's a nice little shot. I think Wayne is completely snookered. And at the moment, he doesn't want to move that yellow that is just below the red at the top of the table. He needs to be playing off the top cushion into the 2 yellows together. Well, he tried to move it, but just by moving that one, he made the table more open for Conor, so I think Conor will just put this yellow on the side cushion. maybe. Yeah, that'll do. You might have to play top left on this one, follow through with a bit of left hand side. Or is he dead straight? Is he straight enough to come back? Yeah. That's fine. Can you play this one into the bottom left and stun into the bottom of the yellow? Yeah. Has he done it enough? If he's on this one to the bottom left, then yeah, he's absolutely fine. Oh, that rattled more than he would have liked, but he's absolutely fine. It should be 4 relatively easy droppings now. Might nudge the black up a little bit here. So put the middle of the 3 reds and just nudge the black. Maybe 2 inches, 3 inches up. Yeah, it's fine. If he takes one in the middle, he's going to have to run the white ball off the top cushion and back down again. So you might play this one with a tracer top right hand side. Or can you just drop it? Yeah, there he goes. Stroke this one in its natural position for the white. Yeah. Lovely. Perfect. There we go, 10-3. So like I say, we'll be having a break after this one. Wayne will definitely be wanting to walk out 10-4 instead of 11-3. But the way things are going at the moment, I'm afraid I can't see any other winner than Conor at the moment. Two seconds, I'll be back. I'm not sure if they've decided to go for a break now. No. That answers that question. No, they haven't. Nice break. They split well. I think he would have preferred a lovely easy opener on yellows. Not sure if he can get through to that one in the top right. If he can, he's going to have to go reds. Unless he tries to plant the one at the top right. Well, as it turns out, that's not the worst miss in the world. Both of them will be wanting to be on yellows. I just think if Wayne plays the red onto the yellow, he could be covering that back, yeah. So is he going to try and play the red into the cushion onto the yellow and still clear the pocket? No, he's playing... I'm not sure what he's playing now. 3-ball plant? No. Yellow into the middle. Again, tough shot from there, so close to his work. So we'll definitely see Conor taking yellows now. I'm not confident that we're going to chalk it up. Ooh. Who's a lucky boy, Conor? Told you you're the luckiest player in the club. Just for you when you watch this back, Conor. That's not back far enough. I think he wanted to take the top of those two yellows that are glued together. Can he get through to this one at the top? I mean, if he can, it's going to be a hell of a shot. Not only does he have to pot it, he has to screw down, avoid all the reds, and still land towards the bottom of the table, so he's got a yellow in the left middle. He's going for it. Oh, oh, wow. I didn't even see the thing cut in the middle. Wow. Wow. That was a great shot. And it's turned out not bad. Granted, he's the wrong side of this yellow into the right middle. So yeah, he's going straight up the top now, I think. Yeah. That's a gap to find. That's a great shot. Just got to do it again now. Right, does he try and swing this off of the bottom cushion, right hand cushion, to end up the left hand side of the black up on the top, or does he just go up and down? Oh, sorry, down and up. He's trying to make sure he doesn't hit that red. Awkward queuing as well, so it's just made what was a hard shot even more hard now. Yeah, that's exactly what he didn't want. Has he even snookered himself? He'll be fuming. Yeah, snookered himself a little swerve shot here. Yeah, I think he just hit note there because he knew Wayne's not really got anything hard here. It also wouldn't surprise me in the slightest to see Wayne play a snooker here. So that red, that's so yeah, flick off that red over on the right hand side and then hide behind the two reds. And he's going for it. Yeah, it's a good shot. Certainly at that pace as well. Oh, wow. He is not going to be happy boy there. Oh, he's left Conor an easy black for 11-3. Right, we will be back shortly. We're going to have a quick break. Go and put the kettle on. See you in a bit. Right, ladies and gents, we're back for the what possibly could be the last session. I mean, Conor's still got 4 frames to win to get over the line. We were at the front having a chat. Wayne has said he's a bit disappointed that he hasn't given Conor a bit more of a game, and it's a bit closer. But you also find now, because he said it to both of us, that he's basically going to go for it. Which I can understand. He's got to let his arm go, relax a little bit, and just go for it and make something happen. Unfortunately, dry breaks is not going to help him. But no, he's like he said out front, it's kind of pointless now being 11-3 behind, him going tactical. He needs to try and make something happen. Very unlucky there, Conor. He has moved it a little bit, but he might even come into it now. But he has said, and I agree with him as well. Good shot. That he's possibly had a couple of chances in most of the frames. But when he's run out of position, he's been fighting every frame. And when Conor's come to the table, Conor's punished him. But when Conor's run out of position as well, because he's even said that he's run out of position a few times, he still had something to go for. But he's missed out yellow into the top right, which surprised that. But again, he's not really left Wayne anything. I mean, he's got a thin cut plant into the middle. I mean, do these 2 down by the black plant into the bottom left? This is a horrible shot. Yeah, I wouldn't even be playing this. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's a push shot in my mind. Yeah, with a white ball going forward like it did, I'm sorry, but I'd call that a push shot. Yeah, they're just discussing it now. Is Wayne giving him the foul? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Well done, Wayne, because, yeah, I certainly would have called it as a push shot. So I think that's the right call. Well, he'll be disappointed with that. He's okay. But again, he's very close to his work here. So he's got to be very careful now. Yeah, that's fine. So like there, he's kind of in the same predicament as what Wayne was, but he cued it well, and because the cue ball came back like it did, that's where you go, that's not a push shot. If the white had gone forward, then yeah, I would have called it a push shot again, but so yeah, you leave that yellow down the bottom of the table as his last ball for the black. Make getting on the black easier. So again, this is all about A, potting the ball, but B, it was all about the cue ball control and where you leave the cue ball. You'll be wondering how you missed that. Wow. Well. Still got a lot of work to do here as Wayne. Maybe you might have to play safety here in a minute. I think he would have preferred that just to stay over the bag. I'd go as far as to say that's exactly what he did play, to put the red over the bag and snooker Conor, but so he'll be trying to snooker him again here. Yeah, that's a good shot. Now, Conor is not the tallest person in the world, so not only has he got awkward cueing, he's possibly going to be overstretching as well. Can he cue over it from the side of the table? Or is he looking at a two-cushion escape? We're in the bottom jaws. No, right, spider's out. Playing it so far down, yeah, he's struggling to see where he's actually hitting, so that's a good shot. He has left Wayne an angle to pop this one in the bottom left and cannon into those two reds on the side cushion, so and this is the thing, is what we were saying outside, it's like when Wayne's at the table, he's kind of chasing the finish every time. And I think that's the only difference, really. They both potted well. I was unlucky. So yeah, I mean, when they both watch this back, I think they can both say they potted well. The biggest difference is when Conor's come to the table with chances, even if he's run slightly out of position, he's still had a shot, whereas Wayne, when he's run out of position, he's been fighting it tooth and nail all the way. So this is all going to be about Conor's cue ball off of this yellow. He won't do much for this. He'll probably try and get just below the bulk line. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. It's a great shot. That should be an easy black for 12-3. They will have a return match at some point. And Wayne has said that when they do, much to the enjoyment of a few people in the chat room, it will be international rules. More than likely. As I said, they both know how to play international rules. So probably Conor might have slightly more experience playing them than Wayne has, but not a huge amount. When myself and Conor, we'll call that a bad break. He's potted the white straight away. Yeah, when me and Conor play, we usually play on a Sunday lunchtime. We'll do a race to 10, and we always play international rules. And I think in the grand scheme of things, and it's the same for everybody, when you're potting balls, the rules really don't come into it. It's only when it becomes tactical that the rules make a massive difference. Because if you come into the table and all you're doing is potting the balls and then potting the blank, you don't have to worry about the rules. It's just when things go a little bit funny or a little bit dodgy. So like we said, Wayne's going for it. He's trying to free up his arm. Still got a bit of work to do. Right, is he going to try and pot this and stun across to that yellow over on the right hand side? And that's been the difference, is when he's chasing the finish, he's either not got the flicks that he needs. Granted, he's still got a shot at the moment, but again, it's a tough shot, because not only does he have to pot this one, he has to get position on the other one, and because he didn't move it, this has made this a really hard shot. Yeah, and I'm not sure if he wanted to pot that or not there. I think you might find that you'll have a bash at this one, crash into it, hope something happens. No, certainly don't want to pot the red and get one of his bad balls out. Right, so that red over on the left hand side on the cushion. He'll run this down to the bottom left pocket. He won't mind if it goes in or not. Yeah. And again, this is all going to be about position and cue ball control. But I would certainly expect Conor to clear up from here, the way he's been playing. Yeah, he's disappointed with that one. I say it was all about his cue ball here. I think he's still got a shot to go for. He's got a choice of two. Neither of them are easy. Not even sure if he can get through to that one at the top left, maybe. If he can get through to that one, then that's a shot to go for. He must be able to, unless he's trying to put a little bit of swerve on it, maybe. Don't know. Hard to tell from this angle. As I said earlier, he hates that pocket. This is a delicate shot if he's cutting this down to the bottom right. I was going to say he wants that to stay in the pocket. It's unfortunate. So again, Conor. Opportunity number 2. Just get that cue ball under control. Come off the side rail between the 2 reds. No. So thin snick into the middle. Cue ball's got to come round off the 3 cushions at least. One, 2, 3. Does that go into the bottom right over the top of the yellow? Must do. Or is he just trying to take the pocket? Well, when he's cueing it, says to me it goes in. Flew in, he's played that too well. He did say when we were on the break that obviously he's used to playing on these tables because he plays every week down here. But I gave the table a very, very good clean before they started, and the balls were polished within an inch of their life. So he's been struggling with the pace of the table because it's been faster than he's usually used to. But he's played that nice. So nice simple black for him. Yeah, 13-3. And you have to say the writing's on the wall now for Wayne. He won't be giving up. He'll want to get a few more frames on the board. I just think tonight it's just not gone his way. He's potted all right, but like I say, when he's fighting the finish, he's not really had that much to go for, and he's not been canning the balls if he's had to, or they've gone a bit funny. I mean, when he's been potting well. It just hasn't gone his way tonight. And when it hasn't gone his way and Conor's come to the table, Conor's been punishing him. So Conor will be relatively happy with the way he's played. I know there'll be a few shots he's been disappointed at. But on the whole, he'll be happy with the way he's played. And he'll certainly be happy with the fact that when he has come to the table and Wayne's given him a chance, he has 9 times out of 10 taken him. So he'll certainly be happy with that. Another not great split from Wayne there on the break. But we're going reds. That's not ideal. So one thing I don't like about the cut break, if you do not connect well with them and you don't hit them well, they just end up bunched all over one side of the table. So he's trying to play this red into the yellow, down into the bottom left-hand bag. And again, I think that's the story of Wayne's match tonight. He's been chasing it. And when he has been chasing it, it's just been difficult. I mean, this is no gimme for Conor now. Wayne has got work to do here, especially having that yellow over the bottom bag now. Yeah, it's fine, but not really left himself anything easy or natural to get that other red out now. Because he's either hitting that red and it's going nowhere, and again, he hasn't really got a safety shot, because he's going to leave Conor something. Yeah, so Conor's come to the table, he's got a shot. And granted, wings are all out in the open now, and the black goes. He would have rather another roll on there. Just made it slightly awkward queuing for him, but I still expect him to get it. Again, awkward queuing, but I still expect him to get this one. I think I'd be inclined to play the one down to the bottom left now. Cue ball off the side cushion, back in between the two yellows, and they're all there then. That's the seat, not me. It's a very thin cut into the middle here. Just got to be mindful of the cue ball. Wow, how has that not gone in? To be fair, I wouldn't have liked his next shot. It's a tough long pot. Not that Wayne's got anything really easy to go for here. Yeah, I'd rather be going for that one. Still difficult, don't get me wrong, but I think it's easier in the one straight down to the bottom right. It's very unlucky, Wayne. Right. Conor played a plant into the middle first. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Conor played the plant first. Wow. Again, he's not leaving Wayne anything easy unless he can get through to this one down to the bottom right. See, it's not even turned out nice there, is it, for him? That's not great. He snookered himself now. But it was a tough shot with a white ball right next to the cushion, so yeah, he's just not getting the rolls at all. When potting that one over the right hand side, he could have been 3 or 4 inches away from the cushion. That would have made that shot so much easier. Yeah, I've always said down here Conor is the luckiest player in the club. He don't believe me, but twice now I've got him on stream where he's had all the luck. Yeah, it's a good hit, Wayne, but unfortunately I don't think that's going to be any good for you. Wanted that to run. He's still got a shot. He's still alright. Might just have to play position for the black into the left middle now. Bounce. He'll want that to bounce. Should be fine. Just this black to put him on the hill. There we go. 14-3. I think if Wayne comes back to win this 15-14 now, it'll be the comeback of his life. And it all starts with this frame here. One frame at a time. But I think, in all honesty, he would need not only for him to start getting those little flicks and nudges and what have you, but he would also need Conor to his game to break down massively, which at the moment the way he's playing, I can't see it happening. Well, we've gone for a tactical bathroom break. Yeah, I still think Wayne's going to go for it. He's still going to try. I mean, in all honesty, yes, he probably does think it's all over. I think we all would in this position. But I know he'll carry on fighting. He won't give up until Conor pots his last black. Do I think realistically he thinks he's got a chance of winning this now? Probably not. And again, I think all of us in that position at 14-3 down, I don't think any of us would think, well, we're still in this. We're going to win this. But again, they say the first and the last frame are the two hardest frames to win in a match. So, and this isn't the greatest of splits either for Conor. So Wayne to the table, open. Besides that red on the top cushion, reds don't look too bad. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it'd be a very long night if it was a comeback from now, but like I say, Wayne is not going to give up. He's still going to go for it. But yeah, yeah. I mean, Connor's gone red, so he's still got work to do here. Is that red on the top cushion? Or at the top of the table? Really needs to be on the right hand side of that so you can play it in top left. Dropping this in the middle. No, he's gone top. And again, it's not a Rasson table, Connor, so if it is a cushion halfway up, it ain't going in. So, Wayne. Got a chance here. Yeah, that's a good first shot. Clearly he's 2 down the bottom of the table. Obviously he's still got to sort that one at the top of the table. But that one at the top of the table is certainly in control of the top right hand pocket. He just needs to land nicely on it. Yeah. One step at a time. Pot this one. Oh, he's got a nice angle off this, the top of the 2 yellows into the right middle. He's got a nice little angle here to drop on that one at the top. No, he's going for the bottom one of the 2. Still got a nice angle to get on it. Please don't leave it as your last ball, Wayne. Yeah, that's fine. Just needs to be careful with the white ball that he doesn't overrun it now. Yes, I have. Oh, that's unlucky. Right, Connor. I think this is your one chance to win this frame. Can you put this one in the bottom right hand side and screw up to the top of the table? Off the cushion, maybe? What's he looking at? Is he looking at a safety? No, might be looking at a skill shot here. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't know what he's doing. Would have preferred better queuing here. Queuing over the top of the black ball. So you'd rather leave this one down the bottom of the table for his last ball to get to the black. So we're looking for the skill shot here, or certainly to be on the right hand side of those 2 reds at the top. If he gets the skill shot, great. Oh, wow. No. Does he 14-3 up go, right, let's go for it, let's win this frame and win the match? Or is he going to play safe? I think he's going to play safe. Yep. Yeah, it's a good shot, that. He's got the total snooker. And I think this could be Wayne's last visit in the match. Unless he can get out the snooker, pot that yellow, and still be on the black. First things first, hit the yellow. Yeah, that should be his last visit now. Connor should comfortably, and yes, Connor, you should comfortably clear these up with a 1 free shot and a 1 visit. Just about your cue ball from this red to the bottom red. that's fine. Right, ladies and gents, these should be the last 2 shots of the match. So, thank you very much for all of you tuning in. I'll say all my goodbyes now. I'm trying for you, Wayne. I'm trying to commentators curse Conor for you, but yeah. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Well done, Conor. Well, my prediction went right out the window. Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the Fortescue House Club in Braunton for letting us use the venue. As usual, all free of charge. They've supported the stream immensely in the last couple of years, so I'm very grateful to them for that. Thank you to Conor and Wayne for both choosing me to stream their match for them. You're welcome, Rob. And thank you to you for watching. If you are not subscribed, if you could nip over to YouTube, or while you're on YouTube, press that subscribe button. That helps the channel massively.